Hey guys, I thought I would do a review on Maybelline's Expert Wear Chai Latte Quad, and it's just a palette, a quad full of neutral colors, and it does come with the two little sponge tip applicators. I just took those out so they don't fall out all over the place. I just picked this up at Walmart one day for about $4 to $5. I think it retails for about $5.50, but the price may vary depending where you get it. I think usually at like drugstores like Walgreens and CVS it might be a little bit more. So unless it's like a buy one get one free, just get it at like a Walmart or Target. It should be a bit cheaper. Let's just talk about the packaging a little bit. Okay, so on the back it's got a little picture of an eye, and it tells you exactly where to place the specific colors. So that's really handy, especially for beginners. I think that's really nice. It tells you, you could do like a subtle look or a casual look, a classic look or a dramatic look. And yeah, it's just a little guide for those who might have a little bit of trouble on where to place the colors. Also, on the top part of each shadow, it tells you exactly where to place the colors as well. Like it's etched right into the shadow. For example, it says lid up here, and it says crease on this one, and it says outer corner on this deep color, and it says brow on the light color. So that's just really helpful and thoughtful, don't you think? So yeah, that's really nice. The texture of these is actually really smooth and kind of velvety, and that's really shocking for a drugstore shadow. And so I definitely like that about that. So alright, let's go ahead and talk about each separate color. Okay, the brow color, which is basically the highlight color that you apply right on your brow bone. This is probably the least pigmented shadow in this quad. And I do have swatches. Surprising, huh? And I know you're not going to be able to see it. It's actually right here. But it's pretty much a really soft shimmer. Nothing too overly dramatic. I mean, for an everyday neutral look, I think that's perfectly fine. But yeah, like that's probably the worst thing about this quad. Alright, now let's move on to the lid color, which is probably my favorite. It's like a really light taupe brown. I love taupe browns. Taupe browns are probably my favorite kind of browns. That's because it looks kind of grayish, but it's not too warm. It doesn't have like that orangey or warm undertone on it, and I think that's why I like taupes so much. And this is completely matte. There's no shimmer whatsoever, so that's also really nice. And that's this color right here. It's actually pretty pigmented, right? Even with the light kind of washing it out. So I will have pictures of these swatches at the end. Okay, the next one is the crease color. It's like a pretty shimmery coppery color. And that's this color right here. Alright. And then the last color, which is the outer corner color, which you can use to define your outer crease. It's just a deep dark brown, very pigmented. These three shadows are I think very pigmented. And yeah, that's the brown right there. So not bad, right? So that dark brown is also completely matte. I love that this quad has a good mix of matte and shimmery shadows. Sometimes you get quads or like palettes that have like all shimmer or all matte. I like that it has like a good balance of both. And this lid color, that light taupe like I was mentioning before, it actually kind of reminds me of MAC Emote. Just a little bit. I think MAC's Emote is just a little bit warmer, but I actually use this to fill in my brows sometimes, so even more convenient. I just love that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I highly recommend this. It's great for on the go. It's great to travel with. It's nice and small, so you can easily do touch-ups with it. And it's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, you don't really have to think too much of like, oh, which colors should I go, choose with what. And for this season, fall and winter season, neutrals are pretty big. I love neutral looks. I just think it's very classy and chic. And This is actually the quad that I wore in my e.l.f. brushes review, and there have been like a tremendous amount of requests for me to do that look, and all I used was this Maybelline quad. Like, who would have thought, you know, that people would like that look so much, and all I used were these shadows. So I love this. I think it's a great neutral quad. I definitely recommend it if you just want something nice and cheap, something you can just throw in your travel bag, don't really have to worry too much about, doesn't cost much to replace if anything were to happen to it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was kind of helpful, and you all have a great one. Bye.